Been a big day. And really you don't get sun up till about 6 o'clock now, so I don't like getting out in the bush too early, so I start off like about 6:30 and go around, like especially new country. I haven't got traps in yet. I'll go around that for a start and sort of give plenty of time for the dogs to come in on the traps. Like the first one we got on this program, I reckon it was only caught half an hour before we got there. So you've got to give them time to get to your traps in the morning, go past them as well. It doesn't all happen at night. But then yeah, 6:30, and I try and work through till about 6:30 at night, straight through. Summertime you get an extra couple of hours. Looks like we've got tracks up here on the road. Yep. Yeah, we've got 4 sets up in front of us, right up here. This looks good. Okay, we've got fresh tracks on the road here from today sometime, since the rain anyway. And coming straight along here towards where we've got 4 sets. So fingers crossed. It'd be great to get a second dog for the day. Nothing. Trap's been set off. Cattle have come through here and set that trap off. And the dog has come right through here, looked at it. That's unfortunate. This trap nearly got wrecked, but it's still okay. This trap here is okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Good morning, everyone. This is, what are we on now? Day 5. Day 5, checking night 4. Got 2 dogs down, but I'm happy with the trap line. We've got a really good pattern in right across, so what we need now is just a little bit of luck, a little bit of good old luck. So I find the harder I work, the luckier I get. We'll see if it plays out this time. I expected to get a dog up here at this big pipe assembly, big gateway, but last night I heard all the farm dogs going off, so that's a good sign, but we'll see. Right, just got a minute to reflect here. I've just set another trap at this gateway. I was thinking about some of the comments that have been coming through on the channel. I thank everybody for them. Thank you for taking the time to just share your thoughts with me, because it does help. It does help with how I put things together. It's interesting to see the people that are right on one side of the spectrum and right on the other side. And your far right-wing people, I like to leave them alone. And the people that are far to the left, I like to do that as well. But it seems like some of the people that are really fanatical seem to be more on the left. Now, they think a lot more socially or socialistically than I do, and I think a lot more than a lot of you people do. They don't believe in individual property rights. They don't believe that if you've got something that you own, that you should be able to protect it. Now, when it comes down to things like, say, dingoes and, say, crocodiles here in Australia, that they believe that crocodile's got a right to kill your stock or kill the kids or kill you, rather than be controlled, because they were there first, so they've somehow got the right. And same with the dingoes. They say, oh, the dingoes are here first, so it doesn't matter if they're killing your stock. And a lot of these people, I think, are very, not so much deranged, what's the word for it? Delusional. They feel that if you leave the dingoes alone, they'll go back to eating, kangaroos and native animals. Righto, you just don't get out in the bush enough, you people. Dingoes love killing things that make noise. So if you get a calf that's bellowing, that's in pain, you've never seen dingoes, never seen an animal get so frantic and so excited as a dingo. They love things that squeal, little piglets. They love it. They love the chase. If something's running, they love to chase it. This is what's built into them. They like and love eating some love eating their native animals. That's true, and they don't touch anything else. It's very hard to differentiate then between those ones and the ones that will be eating on wallabies, nice and, happy for weeks on end up in the hills. Then all of a sudden they get a taste for a little calf and they'll come down and they'll kill a couple of calves. It's very hard to distinguish between them and the ones that will only eat wallabies, right? Or the ones that will only kill your stock. So what I look for is balance, overall balance. Let's try and keep the numbers down. Don't try and wipe them out. Don't use poisons. I hate poisons. I really think it's a cowardly way of going about it. Trapping, to me, gives you the ability to turn it on, turn it off, and you manage them. You try and manage the animals sustainably. Same with things like the crocodile. The crocodile up there, it's got to be managed. It's got to be sustainably managed. Now, at the moment, they'd rather spend money on having people just go and kill them and waste them than to do something where you earn $1, somebody earns $1 out of it. And it seems to be that there is this is socialistic trend there, that, you can't make $1 out of a native animal. Oh, no, that's terrible. You can go and chopper shoot hundreds of koalas, slaughter them, when literally every wildlife park and every zoo in the world would have paid good money to have bought one of those koalas. And that money could have been put back into, if you wanted, put back into the sustainable management of the rest of them. Same as the crocodiles. The crocodiles, they could have a big price tag on it. And yes, people like myself that are guides could be bringing people in here responsibly, ethically, taking those big crocs. That's not a problem. My granddad, my mum, my dad did it all before me. My uncles shot thousands of crocodiles. We could do it. People like myself, I'm not saying me, I'm going to be long in the tooth, but there's a lot of good young bucks coming on there now that could be doing this, and a lot of the money could be going back into the local people, the local communities, and back into the management of those animals. it's like common sense to me, but there's this very left-wing socialistic attitude that would rather see them slaughtered and left to rot than somebody ever make a quid out of them. It's not the way I was brought up. Right, we'll cruise along the fence line here now and check these traps that are up right on this patch of dust on the side of the road. I expected to pull up something here. I thought this would be a main travel track. The amount of tracks that were on that road, on that patch of sand, terrific. Take the seatbelt off. I know, I'll be safe when I go on the main road. Right there. I might just refresh that after that rain we had. Could have washed the scent off that a little bit, so I might just refresh it and check the next one. This is the sort of day I need a double up. I need 2 dogs today to get back onto the to have 4 dogs in 4 days. Right, we've come along here to the next set pattern. Cattle have been through it everywhere, but also there's been a mob of pigs digging in here. I come across here to the trap. Dog. We've had a dog right here. He's come down past that. The trap's been stood on, just hasn't been put off, but it's been stood on the side of it. This dog has come round, right around where the cattle are disturbed. And I had some, I think it was magna gland on there. Right. Close. Yeah, that's real close. We've had a dog here and missed it. Right, I'll probably set a second trap here now. I've got the trail camera up here, so it should show us what's been here. Okay. There seemed to be a bit of a gap in the line here. I've sort of got a good line up of traps all the way along, but when I looked on the Avenza, there's a big circuit around here that didn't have a trap in it. So I came to this gully here. I know there's a lot of cattle going through. I reckon, let's see if I can make something that will work. So what I've done is I've come in beside this log. I've just chained off on the log and put a, it's a, what's that, 4-spring Victor. Actually I had there. First trap out of the bin. Great little trap. Not as big a gape on them. I like, the bigger gape on the Jakes. But anyway, this Victor's caught me a lot of dogs. So I've put it in there beside the log. I've got some dust and like fine sand out of the gully, sprinkled that over the top of it and smoothed it back, and then I've put some duck's guts lure on the inside of the log to try and get the dog to step over it, to come around it, and then I've put some horse's hoof on the road, just a few pieces there, so if a dog's coming through I want it to pull up here and have a look around to see what's going on here, to investigate. I'm hoping the cattle will just walk through, have a bit of a look over the top, but not actually circle round the log to get them to wreck the trap. And then I'll run over the whole lot with a watering can and wet it all down. Let's see. How's your day been, eh? How's your day been? Skull set, nothing. Well, this is the creek crossing that's the big hope for the day. We've got 3 traps set here and a camera. Yes. Very good, front fork catch. Yes. bit of luck, we'll have all the action caught on the Reconics. Another female, right, black muzzle one, and caught that was on a bit of magna gland right on the end of that root there. With the Jake again. That's another victory for the Jakes. Dave and Tracy Randall, professional trapping. Great people, great gear. I turned to off the main track and started head down towards the homestead here, and here's 3 big dingo pups lying in the middle of the road. And one floated down the road, the other ducked straight off, other 2. So I'll just come back here and I'm going to set up at this junction of the tracks. I'm going to set up 3 traps here, and let's see if we can entice these little fellas in. I don't think they're badly spooked. They just seem to jog off, and my wind wouldn't have been too bad. There's a little dam over here, so that might just hold them. Okay, that's the 3 of them in. One here with urine, one with a food-based lure on the other side, and then on the opposite side of the road I've got another food-based lure. Working on the concept that if these are young dogs, they're probably a bit hungry, and I'll be looking for food. Coming down the creek crossing. All looks quiet. Hang on. No. We have a dog. We got a puppy. Well, I have a good feeling about these sets here. I thought they'd work. Okay, that brings up our 4th dog in 4 days. That's where we need to be. This other trap still intact. Another female, I think. Tracks around here. Yeah. Very skinny, mangy looking dog, this one. Not that old. Again, full paw catch with the Jake. I said to Lyle, I'll catch a dog here. And guess what? We've caught a dog here. Big dog, big black fella. That's made the difference. That's 3 for the day. That's getting us up there now. That's good. That's where the trap was set. It's only dragged it 5 metres. Back foot catch. Another female, and that's in the little 4-spring Victor. Also from Dave and Tracy Randall. And they've been a great little trap. Only small, light, they do the job. that's how your fortunes can change in this game. Basically, we're 2 down, heading into our fourth, checking our fourth night, 2 down, saying, gee whiz, what am I going to do to get the tally up? And here we are now up at 5. And we're back into the dog a day tally. It's funny when we're coming around here with the landowner, I saw that area there with that patch of sand, slightly thicker timber up on a rise in the rocky country. And I said to him, I'll catch a dog here. And he looked at me as if to say, how do you know that? It's just too good a place. And it's a fair way out of my way. Now we've got to drive probably about 3 k's up here and then 3 k's back just to check these sets. Anyway, it paid off. That's good. Nothing succeeds like success. Right, well, I got up here to where I left the boar pig that we shot, and it had been shifted about 5 metres. Now, it could be another boar pig that's doing it, but I don't see any pig tracks and I don't see any pig sign. One of the traps was stepped out of the ground, like possibly a kangaroo, I think has done that. But I'm sort of thinking there's dogs. I can't see any tracks. So what I've done is I've put another trap, a blind trap, out the front of the, or the other side of the pig, and a camera on this post here. So we'll just see what comes in. We'll change SD cards tomorrow. This is where we picked up that little yellow bitch yesterday. I was hoping for another one, I really was. Doesn't look like it. Very, very hawky dogs over here because, everybody and the dogs had tried catching them here. There's tracks over the top of my tracks from yesterday, so there's still dogs around here. They're just very hawky. But we've still got another 6 sets, I think, on the top of this hill here. Let's see what we got here. Hey, little fella. What are you? Looks like a little carpet. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, little fella? Hey, what you up to? Australia, you gotta love the place.